Manny?
Yo, Patrice, what's up, man?
How are you,
Listen,
man?
I understand what you're saying about women, and, like, I've been an asshole. Well, I kind of still am. And whenever I do meet a woman and we have, like, a good relationship, even though it's short-term, it comes to a point where she realizes I'm an asshole, and then her friends realize I'm an asshole, and then it just goes all around, and it kind of gives you a bad rep. You know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean, asshole? What do you do as an asshole, man? See,
like,
asshole
like,
ain't... Hold on.
You don't show them, you don't put them on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? You don't put them on a pedestal. You don't treat them like the queen or anything. You treat them like one of your friends, but that you're attracted to, you want to have sex with.
All right, what's one of the principles, Manny? One of the principles of this show, one of the principles, and we're gonna always one of them that's dead. What is steadfast? Steadfast principles is that is your fault, Manny. It's not their fault. It's something you're doing, right? You're not being the right asshole. Because when I say asshole, I mean it in context. I don't mean you hit her. I don't mean you curse her out on a regular basis. I just mean there's a level, because in understanding what they are, they hate being in charge. The queen, that position is second. That's the highest level of position a woman can be in the world, is a queen. But she's second as that, and she loves being that. Women don't want to win, they want a winner. They want to look at their man and go, this motherfucker's the shit. That's what I mean by asshole, that she continues to look at you like, fuck, this motherfucker is the shit. Because their drive is to bring you down so you can go coochie coo, I love you so much, so they can be comfortable with how they feel about you. Because I'm going to tell you what it is. We're lovable, and they don't know how to be lovable, but they want love. So they attack and make a motherfucker love them, and then you really don't love them.
I mean,
they're not animals. They're not attacking these.
Yeah, you attack. You don't know how to be lovable. We do. That's your fault, is why women's fault is why relationships are fucked up, because men have to give you something that they don't want to give you right away, but we're willing to do it.
Would you call yourself lovable?
Oh,
love and likability
I said he's an
and charm, likability, and love, that's my vagina. And I'm willing to give it freely. I'm a charm hoe. Hey, baby, what do you need?
A hoe.
What do you need? I am a hoe with my charm. I give you what you want, and then you give me what I want, but what I give you is so much more valuable in the long run. That's why women get fucked up. All right, Manny.
So charming. This is why.
By the way, when you asked me about Steadfast, isn't that Oprah's boyfriend?
Stedman. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say this about Stedman. Let me tell you about just what I'm saying about what y'all think makes us attracted to you. If you look at any picture of Stedman and Oprah, now Oprah owns islands.
She owns the world.
She owns helicopters.
Yeah.
Right.
She owns influence. Oprah is a beast, and I don't mean that.
All right, we get it.
In the literal sense. Right.
She is, but if you look at any picture of Oprah and Stedman, Oprah is always curled up in a ball next to Stedman. She's always in the picture with Stedman. Stedman's never Mr. Oprah. That's what I mean by that arrogance, that thing where she's just like,
madness.
Fucking Stedman, all the dudes that want her, like, she be on there like, Jamie Foxx wants to fuck me, you see this, Stedman, like, I don't give a fuck about that, fuck him. Fucking Stedman! She love that motherfucker. Now watch Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt in pictures.
She's a man-eater, dude.
Yeah. He is in the picture with her, pushing African babies around. Got one Chinese baby, he's holding on his shoulder, pushing one, and she's like, hello everybody, I'm Angelina. That relationship stinks.
No, that's a wonderful relationship.
Why? Because
I'm joking.
Because she's the boss.
The show.
Women don't like to be the boss.
That's not necessarily true.
You hate, at least in your manhood.
I think some men are a good job at fooling them.
Have you ever been the boss in your relationship?
Yes,
in
that's
all
why
of
she
my
don't get a man.
In all of them.
That's why you don't have a man.
In all of them, except for which one? The one you're in now, right? Exactly. See what I'm saying to you? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand that you got to find a guy that you go, this motherfucker?
What about co-partners?
Every woman wants a strong
not good. No, unless you open a business together, money-wise.
Nobody wants.
I'm saying, this is all I'm saying. You know what? And this is, some people might think this is shocking, but I actually do think that I do believe like a man takes, let's just say this, I think we have different roles. And I'm not going to get into that whole.
She's going to do it really careful.
What's the role? What's the role? Well, go ahead, baby. What's the role?
I'm
the man is the man. Say it. That's what you want to say.
You need
confuse her, Dante.
You need me to open that pickle jar, don't you?
No, I think that a lot of with women's empowerment is like, let's be treated equal. But we're not the same being. So why? Yes, I do want you to open a door for me. So I don't want to do that for a man. And I'm not going to do that for a man. So, I mean, like, there are some women who don't want that. And I think when you get into that, like, feminine rights and things like that, women don't discuss that. Like, we do have very different roles. And yes, I do think.
Name a role, baby. Come on now.
And I'm trying to stay away from that.
Name a role. I'm not gonna let you just sit here and what right now you're just.
Okay, I'm trying to be very general. I think we can both
spit it out, baby.
Okay.
You ain't gonna lose no modeling contract. Spit it out.
I think we can do different. We can both do the same thing, but yes, I do think that it's.
I would say you want a strong man that you can submit to without him being abusive. That's what you want.
I would like to just say a man has to be a man and feel like a man in a relationship. And when I said yes,
and who do you think should make a man feel like a man? Whose responsibility is that?
That's a woman's responsibility.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's my responsibility to make me feel like me. You understand?
That's right.
But
no, thank you. I don't need you. I don't need you for
men
anything.
Need some validation because, like you said earlier, that men are so insecure in their pursuit of women because we're trying to, of course, attract as many women as possible. So if a woman rejects you, that's why you have the particular mindset and demeanor that you have now. That okay, in my rejection, I found I get further, or more women are attracted and have a tendency to quote unquote stalk within.
All right, ready? Okay, time out. Time out. Stop the presses for a second. Let me interject. Let me explain something. Let me boil it down to a real easy way to look at it.
So you do look for our validation. And your egos are so
validation.
Wait, time out.
Patrice, it's more like reaffirmation. Validation to a point is okay, but the happiness, your self-respect has to come from within. It has to come from yourself. If you let another person make you happy, they have the power to take away your happiness too.
Right. And let me explain to you another thing, like in terms of, I think, and I'm serious, dude. Women always get bored with the idea of vagina. You know, they go, oh, do we have to talk about? It's very, very important because you run it. But here's the issue with the vagina.
The other part.
Time out now. Right. If men had something, this is what confuses women and angers them. If men, here's the difference between us and y'all. If men had something on our bodies that we didn't know whether every time a woman talked to us or not, it was genuine. We had to always figure out, what does this girl really want, man? Let's say we all had 20 G's in our pocket. I'm just being hypothetical. 20 G's was like, women go, all men got 20 G's, nigga. So they go, hello, how are you? Blah, 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 right? Here's what men would do. Men would go, shit, here, take this 20 G's, because I'm better than this. Take your 20, you want it. I want you to stop trying. I want to give you what you want just to see what you really about. So I don't have to think you lying. So what happens is y'all, and this is the thing that kills me about women love fucking. They love coming. It's more important for me to be better in the bed than you, because I don't give a fuck. I'm like, shit, lay there like a zombie. I'm going to explore. I know something good's going to happen. But women, you need us to be good. Women need all type of shit from a man. You need us to be good in bed. You need us to be smart. You need all these things to make you, to energize you and be attracted to us. And what do we get in return? Or what do we demand from you in return? And you holding on to it, it's important to us, but it ain't special. It's not special. When a guy comes in, he has to establish himself. Let me tell you, man, I've been in this business 16 years. You YouTube me, I've got a bunch of shit. You've been in the business 7 years. Yeah. You've been a distinguished doctor for 25 years?
Yeah.
That's my establishment. Now, when a woman walks in the door, you're already at my level, depending on how pretty you are,
You got an automatic wild card.
There's some women who are as pretty as 16 years in this comedy business and respected. You walk in the building, just because you're pretty, that brings you up to my level. The anger is, the resentment wheel that men have is that, motherfucker, I've been doing what I do 16 years. She come in this motherfucker with a pretty face and pretty eyes, pretty mouth, and think you me? I'm better than you. A lot of guys need, but I say that. Wait a minute, I say that. I say that so that the woman could be attracted to me. You understand? That's where the anger that men have is because a lot of guys walking in the street that don't have a radio show, that don't have the stage, that haven't explored confidence. They're walking around like, I want to love this woman, but what do I do? Because you are choosing. Just because you got a vagina. Just because you got one.
But you can't be mad and bitter at women because we have vaginas.
Why are you mad and bitter at us? Because we got your vagina, which is love, that we take away from you.
I'm not mad or bitter at you.
Oh, shut up.
But don't just